Hello. In this video I'm going to go over how to install the JS Application Suite and create a customized Excel sheet that can be used to dynamically link to Trading Technologies, MDtrader, Xstudy and ADL applications. If you're a current JS Services user, you'll need to uninstall all JS applications and then install the JS Desktop, the JSGet, and the JSSheet. The JS Desktop and the JSGet will have similar installs, and the JSSheet install is a Microsoft add-in, so it's a little different. The install will create a JS Desktop, open that up, enter your credentials, and log into your desktop. This will save your credentials into the registry. You'll need to edit your system path, so go to your computer, right-click and hit Properties. Go to your Advanced System Settings, the Advanced tab, Environment Variables, find your path, click Edit, go to the end, and type in /c:/program files /JSServices/JSGet to set your path, and hit OK. Hit OK again, and back out. Go to the Start menu and open up the All Programs, Accessories, and open the command line prompt. Type in JSGet and hit Enter, and it will create a default file, an XML default file. You can type in JSGet --help, and that'll pull up the full help menu that goes over all of the features of JSGet and all the customizations that you can do to create a command line string. I've created an example of a TT string that uses the TT output style and view, creates an Excel spreadsheet. Here's my file name. You can edit this file name between the quotations for a different file name, and I'm having it update this Excel sheet, the specific sheet tab, and I also specify the directory that the sheet is in, and I'm also overwriting it every day so that I can dynamically link it to my Xstudy and MDtrader and my ADL. Before we go into the next section, if you don't have Notepad++, I would recommend that you install it, as it makes it easier to read the batch files. Instead of cutting and pasting this into the command line each day, we can create a batch file. So if you go to your Program Files, JS Services, JSGet directory, and find the JSGet start bat, highlight it, and then we are going to make a copy of it. So do a Control-C and then Control-V, and that'll create a copy of this file because we're going to edit it. So re-click it and then right-click, and if you have the Edit with Notepad++, you can pull that up. As you can see, this is all completely customizable. I'm just going to go over what needs to be done to create this sheet to keep it real simple, and we'll have a supporting document to go through more detail if you'd like that. And so right now I'm going to edit my #1 template, and currently that is producing the help file, and I'm going to change that. Change that to my string. So this is going to produce my customized TT JSSheet. One thing to note is that the JSSheet is going to work on Microsoft Office 2010 and up. It will not work on anything below 2010. So then we'll save this. We can close this up. Go back to our command line, and now we can type in JSGet start. And I didn't type in my template name, so that's why it pulled up this default. So I'm going to type in JSGet start again, /1, because I edited that template 1. So you could Again, it's completely customizable, and this is going to generate an Excel sheet with my specified file name in a specified directory on a specified tab, and it's going to overwrite my file there. So you can see successfully saved my file in this directory, and here's the file name. So we can see the file was created. I can double click that, and it creates a customized Excel sheet. I can check my date, the date's correct. You can highlight over the contract symbol and it'll tell you the contract month for whatever symbol's been published. So it's got the contract name and month. Has all of the market color indicators. So we have our market structure bias, MC value change, and then all the different indicators. Moving average, DMI, ADX, RSI, stochastic, and dynamic channel. We have our market metrics. So we've got the APMD, average price map distance. We've got our variance, our alert distance, and our maximum stop distance for each market. And then we have our R level highlighted, and then the full price map with the plus C and the minus C on the extremes. All the cells are color coded so they can be linked, and you notice there is no outline on each cell, and the reason for that is that the TT will pick up the outline. It will not pick up the color. So as long as there's no outline, it picks up the color, and it'll link very nicely to the Xstudy charts and the MDtrader ladder. Before we go into the linking, I want to go back to the JSGet directory, and we are going to edit the scheduler so we can set the update to update this sheet every day on a schedule. So there's a schedule in the JS Services directory called JSGet Scheduled Update. So you'll need to open your task scheduler, which can be found in, go to the Start menu, All Programs, you find System Tools, and in there you'll find your task scheduler. You want to go to Action and import a task, and you want to go to the JS Services Get directory and import the JSGet Scheduled Update. Once you're in the update, it's been configured for you. You don't have to do anything, but if you want to play around with it, you can. You can go to the triggers, and if you want it, its default setting is at 1 a.m. every day. This is Central Standard Time. So if you wanted to change the time, you can click Edit, and you can modify it to when you want it to be scheduled to run. Other thing that you will need to edit is the actions for what template is going to be run. So I've created mine under template number 1. So you come here and you scroll over and changing that to a 1, and I'm going to hit OK. So now the schedule is set to be run every day automatically at 1 a.m. and my sheet will be updated. You just need to make sure that you do have that Excel sheet closed at the end of the session so that it will update. So we're getting ready to start the day. You want to make sure that you have the JSSheet open. So you should have a tab that says JSSheet on it. You won't need to use these features because it's already basically been updated for you. But if you don't have this tab, you may not have rebooted your machine after you did the install. So if you reboot it, that should come up for you. The key thing is for the dynamic linking is the Excel sheet has to be open first. So that's kind of the first step of the day, is make sure your Excel sheet is open before you start your Xtrader. So then we can log into Xtrader. I've got some links set up, so it's going to go through those links. You'll kind of see it flicker through like that, and then it'll populate the different chart links and ladder links. So to create a Xstudy chart link, we can pull up a quote board, highlight our market, add a chart. You can go through and put your default settings on there and create the time interval that you want. We have our chart up, And with the charts, it's pretty straightforward. You can only link 10 levels at a time, but you can just come over here and highlight 10 and then copy, come back to the chart, click on it, and then hit paste link, and the levels will come up. You can then, if you want to, kind of paste the rest of them. I like to copy the R level last, and you may need to click on the grid bar to have the R level show up. Sometimes, you know, we have two overlapping levels, so if you come in and the R level is not showing on your chart, you just click on that and it'll pop up, and you'll be able to see where the R level is. Because the R level is a floater number, there's going to be multiple links on multiple levels there. Next, we want to create a link to the MDtrader window, so you can pull that up. So we have to make sure our parameters are ready. So we have these indicator columns, and if you don't have them, you can right click in this area, go to properties, and go to display, and make sure this box is checked, the bid ask indicators box is checked, and hit OK. And then here we have to manually copy paste, so it's a little more of a pain because you have to do each cell, and then highlight the cell, and we'll have those three in there, and it'll come up as a laser line like this. So you have to go through each one of these and copy it in all three places. The nice thing is that you will only have to do that the one time, and it'll stay in there. When you copy and paste the directional in there, and the directional is the R level today, that is going to come up a little differently as a laser line, and I'll show that to you. So on the laser line, the R level will show up, and you'll have a kind of a dual colors here, which is kind of nice. So that this is how it'll stand out on the ladder. After you go through some links, be sure to just save your template so that you don't lose that work for whatever reason. We can also link our algos, so we can load some algos up, and we've created some playbook template algos. So if I want to create a sell R fade algo, I can come in here, find my contract, contract month, load that up, and then I can set my quantities. And you can link your market metrics right into the algo. And this will save all the metrics and the price map levels. So this is an R fade strategy, so we need our R, so we'll copy that. And so you can set these links, which will drive the algos each day. All the links don't need to be entered. You need to understand what your algo is trying to do. If we're sell R fade, we know R is never above the UT2, so we don't need to fill in these cells. We do need to fill in the plus C and the minus C, and then depending on the position management module, how far your targets will go. But one thing that is important is your hour. Make sure that whatever you set your hour is not prior to your scheduler, because if it is, then it will be grabbing, the algo will be grabbing the wrong information. So make sure that your start hour is after your scheduled hour for your download. So you enter your start hour, start minutes. Deactivation hour is when the strategy will stop accepting signals, and there's the minutes. And then the end hour and minutes are when if you have an open position, when the strategy will go to the market and exit that position. You have your maximum number of stop counts that you can edit, and then your maximum tick loss per contract for the strategy. After you have your information entered, you can hit Save Template As, and then you can create your template name. You can also uncheck this box that creates the regular template, and if you want to create the more aggressive template, you can then just save this template as aggressive. and it creates two separate files that you can then highlight and click Start. All these links will be saved, so when you run whenever you want to run that algo, the dynamic links will be true. Same with the MDtrader ladder as well as the chart. So when you come in, all the levels and everything will be all uploaded. You can create a complete dashboard with multiple charts, multiple MDtrader windows, and they will all come up linked. It does take some time to set your links, but once they're done, they're set. And your JSGet is going to update that same template and overwrite it, so it's going to be the same file name, and you're able to identify the specific sheet that's updated as well. Hope this has been informative. If any questions, please feel free to contact me at info@jsservices.com. Thank you.